Somebody asked me, how many paths are there toward that ultimate truth? I said, as many people in this world. Every person needs to realize that his or her own nature, tendencies, likes, dislikes, the way he was born like a child and then grew up in a particular family environment, the way his formative period when he was in the womb or she was in the womb of the mother, the way the brain was structured and as this particular soul grew up and gathered all kinds of experiences and gone through different kinds of experiences in the path of life. So every individual is so individualistic, is so exclusive and unique that the path also is exclusive and unique. You may be a Buddhist, you may be a Christian, you may be anything, any path of any religious path. But finally, when you start to walk the path of the spirit, beyond the realm of rituals, and the moment you enter into the subtler part of your being, from the grosser part of the rituals that you do daily, the moment you move toward the subtler part of your body, the subtler part of your mind, the subtler part of your breaths, each of these subtle things will gradually shift you, for your consciousness for that matter, your perception about yourself and the world around you. Everything will gradually shift, change. That's what is all about spirituality. There has to be a direct proof. There has to be a direct proof that you are walking on the path. You are not putting your eyes on the results. But the very fact that you are feeling more grateful, you are feeling more heartful, you are feeling more mindful, you are feeling more at the present moment, and you are feeling that you are not so much anymore. Giving time to an unconscious state of mind which, continuously move around between the past and the future, where past memories may at times haunt you and the future, imaginations could just snatch all the most beautiful times out of your hands. There could be moments when you are just there, and in that, doing nothing, planning nothing, stirring no memories of the past, you are suddenly dropped into a state wherein you find it's so natural to be naturally beautiful and naturally so calm and naturally so blissful, so happy. So this is what I wanted to just, in a few words, we can go on and on and on. But my point is this, please try to understand. Let this particular point be very clear to you. What exactly do you mean by spirituality? Number one. Number two, what exactly is your true search and seeking? What do you want in the path of this spirituality? Is it some occult powers? Is it some appreciations and approval from people that you have been in the path of the spirit and the people come and say, bow before you, touch your feet, or tell you are a guru or a teacher or whatever? I'm telling you, these are all nonsense. Absolute nonsense. There are many teachers in the world. There are many gurus in the world. There are many such mentors in the world who have not experienced any of the things that they speak out of their mouth. Because even you can learn the best of the quantum science, go to the bench and give a beautiful talk on quantum science. That doesn't mean you have experienced quantum level of what the existence is all about. You still can talk for hours on, and you can even get the Nobel Prize, and you remain the same person for that and die the same person. See, even in this spiritual path, a person may have been reading Bhagavad Gita and Quran, or for that matter, the Bible, or Zanavesta, or for that matter, Dhammapada, all these great scriptures of the world, and then be very knowledgeable and can impress anybody and everybody all over the world. And people will start to worship such a person as spiritually very elevated, enlightened. Fine, absolutely fine. Need not necessarily be true. That's my experience. That's my personal experience I'm talking about. I've met many all over the world for last many years that I've been traveling. And I'm telling you, rarely did I find a true spiritual student first. I've seen too many teachers. True spiritual seeker. It takes births to come to that state of being a true spiritual seeker and a student and an ardent inquirer in the path of this infinite, creative, preservative and continual destructive process that is this whole thing that is around me. Whether it's my body or it is the universal body, whether it's my breath or the universal breath, whether it's my mind and the universal cosmic mind. This whole thing needs a lot of deeper contemplative mindset. It needs a lot of time to dive deeper into the ocean of my own inner being. And thus, I will say that if you're a true spiritual seeker, become a true student first. Don't ever aim to be a teacher. Be a good student first. Practice and practice and practice, because you don't know unconsciously when you go to teach, who knows, your ego is boosted up that you have already known so much, others don't know it. So consciously or unconsciously, you entered the path of this spirituality only because you knew that your biggest obstacle to all your permanent state of enlightened consciousness is your knowledge that you are a body, that you are somebody. And even in the path of the spirit, just as in the path of your material life, where you wanted to be somebody to be recognized, a celebrity, in the same tone, when you come into the spiritual path, then again you go on from one teacher to the other, one technique to the other, one engineering to the other, and then finally come to what point? Again, you are trying to establish yourself as somebody in the spiritual world. But those who are enlightened, they were nobodies. Only in a state of no mind, only in a state of no body, only in a state of no matter, only in a state of non-local state, that's where the spirituality blossoms in its own natural fragrance and grandeur.